look?
I pretty much said my face. I need my face to be clear.
Okay, so your face over any moves that you have?
Probably my shooting motion and my jumping ability.
If you were gonna select a perfect My Team, with you included, you had to pick 4 other players, past or present. Who are you picking?
Curry at the point guard, shooting guard Michael Jordan, small forward me, Tim Duncan at the power forward, and center Hakeem Olajuwon.
A lot of people don't select Tim Duncan. I think for how great he is, I was just about to say he's underrated.
Underrated.
But he's like one of the best power forwards of all time, like top 2, top.
Everyone is in their seat here in San Francisco as the Warriors look to grab a home win on their floor. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And, of course, LaMelo Ball. Even without him over the short term, they've really come together and are playing some pretty good basketball.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
Now, look at Memphis's starting group. They've got LeBron James. Davis is out there with Houdini. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Miles in at the 2. That's tipped. Here's Gilbert. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. When you know you're on a championship contender, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
He gets it in there.
Like seeing LeBron go straight up with that shot. The catch and release almost instantaneous that time.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. He was focused on keeping the score close. Coach said, we know LeBron's going to get his, so we have to try to limit the production of everyone around him. That's a tall task, given Bron's elite playmaking ability. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Porter kicks to Poole. Pass to Rozier, and stolen by LeBron. There's the triple. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Driving inside. Count it. And that's now 7 points for Mr. Clutch.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now, here's Poole. Denial.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Got a piece of it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
That's tipped, so it's the Warriors now. And the Warriors off to a slow start here. Trailing by 5. Passes to Rozier. Back to Poole. 6 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Poole's got 6.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter. And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
Tries to save it. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. On the wing, Wiggins. Another three for Golden State.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
And every year, Terry Rozier seems to get better. Specifically great, becoming a more efficient and lethal scorer.
I mean, he's improving his percentages over the years, especially his three-point shooting. When he came into the league, was not a threat from deep. Now, you have got to honor that outside shot.
Here's Poole, following the basket by Anthony Davis. It's Porter atop the key. Trying to get open is Rozier, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Drives to the hoop, and it goes down 2 points. Mr. Clutch has got 9. Warriors trail by 5. Pass to Wiggins. Over LeBron. The quick look, no good that time.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
That one goes in. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, just a tough matchup anytime he gets into the mid-range area. Nobody's going to bother Anthony Davis.
Wiggins drawing the double team. Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good by Porter.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Look who's coming out onto the court. Get up on your feet and welcome your Warriors hit team.
Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Wiseman. Going with almost an entire new group here. Morant, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. LaMelo Ball comes in for James. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Ball. And Trae Young subbed in for Mr. Clutch. Young with the steal. Over Rozier. Here's Gilbert, and he lays it straight in. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Memphis.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play. Really looking to go up-tempo tonight.
He leads it with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Ball. The kick out to Young. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
3 points.
Young's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Memphis. They get a hand on it. And here is Payton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
That's good from Payton. Second free throw, no good. Memphis leading by 9. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kept alive. The kick out to Irving. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Here's Gilbert. And finally they hit one. Houdini's got 6 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
You know, and every year it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
And both free throws good for Rozier.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And so it's Memphis, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Right back after this break. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Iguodala out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Peyton. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Looney in at the 5. And we're seeing players, Brett, rise from deeper than ever before. You were a pretty good shooter. What was your maximum range?
Wow, Kevin, that's a great question. I wasn't allowed to shoot where it is that I could shoot from, so we won't get into that. But, yeah, guys are coming into the league more equipped, and it's because they're seeing that happen with players like Steph Curry, players like Trae Young, who are making that shot more and more effective, Damian Lillard, and now they're practicing those shots, and they're more efficient with them. So there's a reason why guys like the deep ball, and it's getting deeper.
No one near Peyton as he lets it go. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Outside Curry. Back to Irving. Memphis moving that ball around. A three-pointer is right on target. That's 12 points for Mr. Clutch.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And how about getting the band back together? I mean, Iguodala in a Warriors uniform, considered retirement, and couldn't resist one more run with the team he's won 3 titles with.
And that one drops for him.
Got to watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alderman.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a ruptured Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being the all-NBA player I was and won't settle for anything less. Guys, that will be a great comfort to his team.
Indeed, and who's going to doubt him? I love his attitude. Undaunted. David, thank you. Some changes for Golden State. Wiseman's checked in for Bielitsa, and Poole subbed in for Rozier. Memphis also making some changes. James comes in for Irving, and Houdini subbed in for Stephen Curry. Payton's shot is off.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. An easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so here is Golden State following the score by Memphis.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Count that bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 17.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Here's Payton, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
And that one is good. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the night.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Oh, good from Payton.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, ramp it up. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And there's the pass to Gilbert. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Timeout called the Warriors. And with the 2020 class, we saw your teammate, Tim Duncan, get inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I loved hearing some of the stories that other players and coaches and competitors had around going up against Tim, and the reverence, the respect, that they could never rattle him. It's so cool to hear those stories from the outside, having been a player so fortunate to be on the inside and understand what made him tick, what made him great, and just how special he was as a leader for so long for that Spurs organization.
Porter's checked in for the Warriors. Wiggins comes in for Andre Iguodala. Wiseman with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Ball.
2 minutes remaining.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
3-second violation. Golden State basketball.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins passes to Poole. Wiseman kicks to Poole. To the paint. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Miles. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer. Which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the 4th youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Giannis, he's checked in for John Morant. Durant comes in for Baller. Mr. Clutch, he's checked in for Young. And Curry subbed in for Ball. Now Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Poole. Ball's knocked loose. Curry with the steal. Up top, Durant. Here's Gilbert. Oh, the power on that throwdown. And a big-time jam right there.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Memphis leading by 21. And Durant launches from deep. It's rebounded by Payton.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Bucket is good. And that's now 29 points for Mr. Clutch.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Feeds to Wiggins. Shoots over KD. And that one hits back iron.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Hands it from downtown.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Wiggins passes to Payton. Now here's Wiseman. Wiggins outside. Passes it to Poole. To the inside. Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
That's a big man move by Wiseman. Roughing up the D with that emphatic finish. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Memphis out in front, opening up a huge gap. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Checking out Memphis. Kenny, give us your take.
Credit these guys for coming in with the right game plan and then patiently executing it. Most of their shots that come in the flow of the offense, rarely did they take a bad shot. Good, clean first half.
And Shaq, what do you have to say about the Warriors?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot, giving up easy looks all over the place, like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, honey. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
So on the floor for Memphis,
Anthony Davis.
They've got Houdini. Baller is out there with Mr. Clutch. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Davis in at the power forward. And the foul called on Anthony Davis.
That's his first.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Davis.
Just been really inefficient. 5 turnovers. It's as if he's playing for the other team. That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now here's Poole. D right on him. Takes it inside. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Poole got 10 points.
An unselfish wing who continues to evolve as a playmaker. Wiggins shows he's more than just a scorer.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Here's Poole following the score by Memphis.
Away team foul. Anthony Davis. That's his second personal foul. Second. And team foul.
The Warriors shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Poole. Memphis with the ball. Here's Miles. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Moving. It around 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Warriors. On the wing, Rozier gets it to go from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Memphis also making some changes. Stephen Curry's checked in for LeBron. LaMelo Ball comes in for Baller. And it's Morant in for Mr. Clutch. And it's Ball that time on the assist by Morant. Ball's got his first bucket of the night.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And Ball comes to help. Looney kicks to Wiggins. Right side, Porter. Here's Looney, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Looney is so long, gets up there and flushes it.
Memphis with the ball. And that one's good, Morant.
Nice pass there to set that basket up. And coming out of high school, Ja Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
And the layup is good. Morant's got his second basket.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Now here's Wiggins. 5 points in the game. Good. Wiggins has got 7. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, scouts, Greg, were looking right past Ja Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulders. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now, Poole, 12 points for him. All sorts of time, and the Warriors take on 2 more.
If you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Morant passes to Gilbert. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Poole finds Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Porter. Banked in off the glass. He's got 9.
Yeah, showing he's not just a catch-and-shoot guy on the perimeter. Porter attacking.
He takes it in, and the shot goes in.
Well, you can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
2 minutes.
Now, here's Poole.
2 minutes.
14 points for him. Rozier, the pass to Looney. Over Morant. The shot by Looney, no good. Davis against Wiggins, and Davis puts it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Poole, the pass to Looney. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Another 3 for Golden State.
Looney knows his role, good at keeping the ball moving and finding the right man for the shot.
Here's Gilbert. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 5. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Deep 2 from Ball. Shot clock reset for Memphis.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Now, here's Poole, guarded by Morant. We've got 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
Curry. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
Curry, good.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution for the away team.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Iguodala wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Iguodala's got 8 points.
And the arc Iguodala has on his three-point shots, almost like he's drawing rain from time to time.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Memphis out in front, running away with this one. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Picking us apart, right? Guy cuts behind you down the lane. Miscommunication there. They're cutting behind us. But we got to get solid defensively.
But clearly, Greg, he's not happy with his team's aggressiveness on the defense. Clearly, Steve calling his team out on it.
Yeah, gently asking for them to pick it up. They're going to need to if they want to win this one.
From James Wiseman.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. James Wiseman's out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Payton. And it's Cook in at the point guard. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. You know, the first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where there is a salary cap and a hard cap for teams to stay under some sort of financial restrictions that allow the smaller market teams to compete in some ways. But up until that time, Kevin, I don't see much of that changing.
With the drive, and it's in there.
Assisted by.
And it's 37 points for Mr. Clutch.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Curry against Iguodala. Here's Cook. That one's not going to go. And Memphis the other way now. Goes up on the high post. And another basket for Memphis.
Good shot selection there from Steph, feeling the rhythm and then easily connecting on the pull-up.
Here he goes. Cook, good. Cook's got his first basket. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Memphis. Here's Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Juan Toscano-Anderson's checked in for Wiseman. Moody comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Damian Lee in for Gary Payton. Here is Cook, covered by Irving. And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And you played with him, Brent, for a handful of seasons. You won a couple rings. Any reflections?
Well, Tim was such a tremendous teammate and so welcoming to every player that he came across that walked into a Spurs locker room with the inherent trust he had from Coach Popovich that they were going to invite players that were going to come in and be about the right things. I just remember my first time visiting San Antonio was one Tim Duncan. What a leader and what an all-time great.
Cook kicks to Bielitsa. And another three for Golden State.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Memphis with the ball. Harden inside the three-point line. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Harden's got his first basket of the night.
What a find by LeBron James, setting up a great look that time.
Lee against Harden. No good from Lee.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And there it is for him.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
Pass to Toscano. The pass to Moody. Inside. Toscano's shot is good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Irving finds Harden. Here's Giannis. Again, Memphis.
Oh, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Pass to Toscano. They double him with Giannis. Some nice passing by Golden State. Cook, the pass to Moody. Off target with his three. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Yep, it counts.
And inside Harden is such a difficult cover. Get too close, and you know he'll cleverly draw a foul.
And Harden comes to help. Down low, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Memphis.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Mr. Clutch.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but that's not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Houdini's checked in for Durant. Baller comes in for James Harden. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Kyrie Irving. And with so many entertainment options these days, Brent, the NBA not shy innovating to attract and retain viewers. Where do you sit with that? Keep it the same or be creative?
Well, I think the league does a great job of being creative, and I think that Adam Silver does a really good job of not just being a leader, but being a listener. And there's tremendous participation between the Players Association and the commissioner and the ownership group to continue to press the way that the game is played, try to innovate in the way that the game is broadcast, and it'll continue to do those sort of things to draw in the fans that love this game and are invited to that kind of competition.
.105 left in the fourth quarter. Bielitsa passes to Moody. Morant comes with the double team. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Passes it to Cook. Three-pointer. 6 to shoot. Here's Moody. And that one, good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Gilbert. And Lee pulls it down.
Away team foul. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Dubs, Juan.
And he makes the first.
Anderson. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Niles, that's for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. LeBron, the last game for a little while. As a team, how do you approach the break?
Well, we got a couple days off, but everyone needs to stay in tune. Even though we're not going to be on our feet or on the basketball court, everyone needs to continue to just, work your mind, work your body as well, and, get ready for practice.
Well, I'm sure you're going to enjoy that time off anyway, man. Congrats on this win. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.
Love me. You are my guiding star, my shining light. I love you, baby. But that day you leave and you're gone, I know that girls, they show me crazy. I know the girls love some, all of them are run come, cause the one of them